Alright guys, look, I'm on my phone. I'm going to give you a quick overview of what I found, okay? Or what I've been given by my family. Now, I don't even know where to begin. I mean, this is like opening a treasure trove of historical documents from NASA. We got moon landings. We got Buzz Aldrin, Neil Armstrong. I mean, every shuttle missions. It's incredible. Training manuals, diagrams, original moon landing photos. Now, some of these moon landing photos, they're original. You know, they were actually taken by the astronaut, brought back down to Earth, developed at NASA. You know, back in the day, they had a dark room. They developed them, and then I have them. I mean, original Hubble Telescope pictures. All these mission badges. And I have so much to go through. I mean, I have boxes and boxes and boxes. I don't even know where to begin. So I'm going to sit down in my chair here. Like I said, I'm going to get a tripod so I can, you know, have a steady video. Now, there was a lot of questions about the how they filmed on the moon. And I've seen documentaries where they're debating. Well, I have a document here, okay, from 1969, and they're talking about it. And I also have documents of experiments that were done on the moon that I've never heard of, that really aren't out or available to the public. You know, talking about the dark side of the moon, talking about all this crazy stuff. You know, I have astronaut training manuals that, you know, that Glenn Johnson, or did I say Glenn Johnson? John Glenn, sorry. John Glenn used. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin. You know, this is what these guys were using, you know, to train in order to go to the moon. Right? Crazy. And this is an original photo right here. And this was that ALSAP, I guess, experiment. I'll show you this first. Let me get the glare out. Like I said, I'm going to get a tripod so I can get a steady video of this stuff. But look at this. You can see the footprints. See that? On the moon. This is an original picture. Now, I looked this up online, and I mean, some of this stuff is like $1,000, $200, $300, $400. And look, I mean, I have literally thousands of pictures. Now, a lot of them are reprints. Now, what a reprint is, let me show you. A reprint is something like this, where, you know, NASA will take the original and make a copy. So it's like a second generation. But I also have original pictures, which we're going to look at here. Now, and this was so cool. I mean, the Hubble Telescope, this was taken by a photographer. His name was Rick Welsh, right there. You know, he goes into great detail about how he got these pictures. The picture of the Hubble Telescope passing over Houston was taken November 13th, 1990. It was passing through the constellation of Canis Minor. And he just goes on, you know, to talk about the photos. And I can show them to you. I mean, how cool is that? There's just so much cool stuff here. I don't even know where to begin. But look, let me start here. Okay, let me start here. And I want to read this. I want to read, you know, this is about the ALSAP, and then we're going to get into the recordings, you know, how they actually, you know, filmed all this stuff. Okay? I mean, we got, you know, training manuals for the space shuttle. You know, this is what the actual, you know, astronauts used, you know, to do their job, to go on their missions, to go on these missions right here. So, anyway, we can start here. I just want to read this to you real quick, and then we'll get to how they filmed on the moon. Okay, The Apollo Lunar Surface Experiments package, the ALSEP, is shown as it will be deployed on the moon by Apollo 12 astronauts. Let's see, the central station, which is, I don't even know, helical, whatever that word is, antenna pointing toward the Earth, is the data processor, transmitting for 5 experiments. I mean, this is crazy. And then they show a picture of it right here. Okay, let me get to the next one. Let's see. I think I put it over here. Like I said, guys, I have so much. I don't even know. Yeah, and here, this picture right here is an original. Okay, that is the Saturn V rocket. You know, that is somebody standing, you know, on the platform there and took a picture with a camera, and it was developed. You know, this is the Kodak paper, okay? And you can verify if these are real, because NASA used Kodak back then. I looked it up, and you can see, I mean, these documents, I mean, they belong to astronauts, okay? Right here, Apollo 12 moonwalk plans. I mean, it just, I have so much here. I don't even know where to begin. Apollo 12 moon landing astronauts plan to spend about 7 hours walking on the lunar surface, compared to the 2.5 hours the Apollo 11 crew spent. Spacecraft Commander Charles P. Conrad and lunar module pilot Alan Bean are scheduled to make 2 separate 3.5-hour tours on the moon. You know, and they go on and just getting into great detail on what they're going to do. But I found this really interesting. Okay, let me just zoom in here and read to you guys. And I'll read like the last part. Where does it go here? Okay, 210-foot dishes on Earth will give you very good TV and good comm. So this hopefully gets more than 2-man lunar surface time, and we'll be able to do more during the time we are on the ground. So I am now walking around doing my fan and seeing if I fall over. I don't know what he means by that. Let's see, lunar surface, which happens again. Sorry guys, I'm trying to read through my camera. While this is going on, Pete finishes this and then goes over to the ALSEP area. He takes some of the pictures as he walks around to the backside. Maybe that isn't it. Hang on, let me see. I was reading about the cameras. Like I said, I got so much here. I was reading about the cameras. Okay, spacecraft. 30 feet, blah, 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 blah. Okay, it says something here. Okay, this is the same camera. Okay, yeah, here we go. Okay, I take the tripod down. I take the TV camera out of its mounting, set it on the tripod, and then move back about 20 or 30 feet. And with the help of Houston, I adjust the lens. As you know, this is the same camera that is in the command module. But the command module, we have got a small monitor, so you can look on the monitor and make sure your zoom adjustment is right, and your focus is right, and your aperture is correct. But with ours on the lunar surface, you can't. Anyway, I'm not going to read all this, okay, but he's going into detail about how they filmed on the moon. And this is Alan Bean, okay? I believe Alan Bean was Apollo 11, I want to say. Apollo 11? I mean, I don't know, guys. I don't even know where to begin here. I just got so much. I mean, it's so cool. And like I said, I found experiments that they were doing, okay, that I've never heard of in public. You know, all these letters here. You know, this is, I don't even know what this is, like fan mail or something? I have no idea. There's a ton of them. Just a ton of them. They're everywhere. What is this stuff? I don't know. I have no idea. You know, that right there, that's an original picture. Not like a remake or a second generation or anything like that. Let's see. Apollo 12 astronauts will place a package of instruments on the moon this month that are designed to collect and transmit scientific information to Earth up to 1 year. Now they're talking about the ALSEP. Now I looked this up, and again, that's this photo here. This was a very popular experiment. And they talked about the, the thing that reflects, where you can shine a laser up and it'll reflect off the moon. I've got all the training and the planning for that. And again, the first steps on the moon, they were talking about, going through, step by step by step in great detail of how Neil Armstrong was going to do that. In all these different training manuals. And like I said, down here, I have so much more. I mean, it's just endless. Pretty cool. Let me show you this. I thought this was really neat too. I mean, I don't even know what this stuff is. Okay, check this out. Tour of the moon, right? Hang on, sorry. It's going to get shaky for a minute, guys. Sorry, I apologize. Oh, I got to take this out. This thing is really heavy. But this is like a record, because back then, okay, I don't want to mess up the picture by setting it's very heavy. Back then, oh, and by the way, this is the envelope that was mailed, the Hubble, the Hubble pictures were mailed to. Okay, this guy was a photographer, stuff like that. So these are original photos. Crazy, huh? That one right there is really cool. See, it says Hubble Telescope. Let's see if I can get a better picture for you guys. How cool is that? Okay, but anyway, let me stand up here and I'm going to try to open this. Look, we can look at these mission badges. Here's Creepshow. That's from, I forget the date. It's very old though, very cool. I loved Creepshow as a kid. I mean, I'm just blown away, guys. Blown away by this stuff. All right, it's going to get dark. 1 second, I got to pick something up. Bear with me, guys. Sorry. Okay, we are back. Okay. Sorry, guys. I had to take that out of the box, and it is very heavy. But, boom, check that out. Okay, these are actual records. Vinyl records that, from, the first man on the moon. This is how they recorded, stuff back in the day. How crazy is that? I mean, I don't even know where, just so much. Autographs. I got hundreds of autographs. Okay? Hang on, my cable's getting hung up. There's old John Glenn. John Glenn again. And here's, when he went back to the moon. Now, you guys are probably wondering, where did I get this stuff? And I'll show you. I don't want to make the video too long, because like I said, this is just, I don't know, a quick introduction. This book right here, The UFO Enigma, awesome. I'm so happy. Let me see if I can open it real quick. This book here is so cool. It talks about UFOs and what they thought of them back then. And honestly, it's like they took it pretty serious back then. I thought they would, kind of ridicule people or whatever, but they didn't. And there's just some very interesting stuff. And I'm going to make an entire video going through the book. But again, I'm going to have the camera mounted kind of like that, very steady, with a tripod, so I can go over it with you guys. So we'll put that there. I mean, I don't even know what this is. The shuttle disaster, maybe? I don't know, possibly. I mean, guys, it just goes on and on. NASA facts. I mean, stuff is just incredible. I mean, here's somebody's. This is like a bunch of autographs in here. I don't know whose. And look at these pictures. I mean, so many photographs. Now, anyway, here you are. My Uncle Harlan. He worked mission control. Okay? This is where I got all this stuff. Okay? It hasn't seen the day of light for nearly 50 years. Okay? There's my uncle right there. See if I can. I'm going to try to do something here, and it's going to get real blurry. I don't know if you can see that. Nope. Anyway, you can tell we have the same name. You guys know my last name, and me and my uncle have the same name. So This is from my family. Let me try to slowly zoom in. Oh, well, sorry, guys. My phone sucks. But anyway, that is my Uncle Harlan, okay? You know, he worked for NASA, obviously, and that's where I got all this. I mean, just, I don't know. Is that an autograph? Who knows? I don't know. And again, I found so much cool stuff with autographs. I mean, it was unbelievable. What is this? Apollo expedition to the moon. I mean, and then I have like 3 big maps. Okay, they're in the box over here. And it's a map of the moon from NASA. Like a real map that NASA made of the moon. And I have 3 of them. And 2 of them are pretty badly worn, but 1 of them is in pretty good shape. You know, it's in decent shape. Okay, let's see. Let me, oh, I don't want to mess this stuff up. I got to be very careful with it. Oh God, I almost sat down on this. I don't know, guys. What do I do with all this? You tell me. I mean, I was looking at some of these pictures on eBay, and the reprints are worth $3, $4, $5, $10, $20, but some of these pictures I saw are worth $2,000, $3,000. Like if you have an original print, you know, an original photo, a Kodak photo, you know, it's worth a small fortune. One guy was selling it for $5,900. Okay? I'm trying not to mess these up. I mean, these are in just excellent, excellent, excellent condition. And I would never sell it too, by the way. Just so you guys know, I would never sell this stuff. I mean, this is crazy. This is what the astronauts use to train for the space shuttle. I'm not going to show you too much. I don't want the FBI kicking my door down or something, you know. You know what I mean? And I have another box that I haven't even that's not here, that I haven't gone through. You know? I mean, I don't know, guys. I'll probably leave it at that. I'm just overwhelmed. I'm just completely overwhelmed. I mean, this is like and I think, too, with the information I have, I think I could even change history, because a lot of this stuff, I mean, I've heard people debate about how many cameras they had, how they filmed it. You know, how did they do their training? Well, I have it all. I have it all right here. You know, and it even has, you know, the signature of the astronauts. You know, Neil Armstrong, like he signed off on it, and the date that he did his training, you know, in the books that he used. And I don't even know where they're at now. I buried them somewhere. I don't know. What is this? Apollo 12. I mean, guys, what do I do? You tell me. I mean, what is all this? It's so much. I mean, this is all like training manuals and just different things. I don't know. So, all right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. But like I said, we're going to break this down on the video or on the channel, because like I said, some of this stuff is historical and it can change what we know, because it you know, like I said, there's a lot of unanswered questions out there about the moon missions, and I've got the answers somewhere buried in all this stuff. I just got to figure it out. So, all right, guys, you know, sub to the channel. Tell me what you think. Tell me what to do with this. What do I do? All right, guys, I'm going to go. Oh, hang on. My camera's not...